to know that our parents would have loved you, absolutely. And I just feel them here, I feel their presence, and I feel them smiling down on this day because they're very happy, as you are. And I just want to say that as Gail's sister, sometimes sisters confide, you know, and she did many years ago about a guy who she really liked, but they both had other commitments, and they said, well, we'll just stay friends. And they did for a long time, until all of a sudden they didn't have commitments, right? And they saw each other, I think in a parking lot. Was that part of the story too? Anyway, after that, Gail called Ken, or he called her. Gail was living in Phoenix, and Ken just had to go to a car show there, right? So off he went to the car show, and they became a couple, and we are so very, very happy. And I just want to say to Gail and Ken, thank you so much for this awesome opportunity to get everybody together and for this beautiful day and this lovely celebration of you and everyone else that's here. And may you have a very long, happy, and healthy marriage full of car shows and NASCAR races and many, many family gatherings. So let's all raise a glass to Gail and Ken and say congratulations and bless you and thank you.
For those of you who don't know me, my name is Adam, and I have the honor of being one of the best men and proud sons of today's groom. Between work and personal lives, I couldn't ask for a better mentor who has been consistent throughout my entire life. He has been a great role model and moral compass for me. I have never met a person to say a bad thing about him. Well, except the local police, state troopers, and sheriff's department about speeding. True. Throughout my entire life. Speaking of cars, a common bond my father and I share is our love for cars. As a matter of fact, Gail, I'm really sorry. If my father could legally marry his cars, he probably already would have. Each one of his cars represents a characteristic of the ideal woman. Think about it. His 1949 Studebaker sedan is the warm, caring, motherly figure who is reliable and graceful. His 1965 Chevrolet Corvair convertible is the easygoing, fun, laid-back type who likes to lower its top when the sun is out. He really likes that one. His 1969 Nova with 700 horsepower is the wild ride, one night stand that blows rubbers out the back. Right? He does that often, actually. His 1987 Ford Taurus wagon with wood grain on the side is the stay-at-home wife who cooks, cleans, loves holidays, and especially movies about Christmas vacations. And you see that in every parade, in every car show in Clayton. Lastly, his 2020 Chevrolet Corvette is the fast, hot redhead with big curves and can ride like it's on rails. He spends a lot of time in that one, too. He actually needs to build a bigger garage to fit more cars in, to spend more time with, but today really is a day to celebrate, though, and I am so glad my father was actually able to make it in between his hourly Facebook postings. Have you guys ever seen his Facebook? It's incredible. It's like an ongoing cinematic movie that never stops. It ultimately showcases my father's love of Gail, his family, and most importantly, his drone shots. He always says, even recently, that he still doesn't know what he wants to do with his life. If he went back and checked his Facebook history, he'd realize he's been doing an awful lot. More than me. I'm boring, I must be, I don't know. One of those things was the Barrett Jackson car auction in Arizona back in 2010. I think Mel was just talking about that. This was the first time I met Gail, and even back then, I could tell my father was head over heels and that they had a very special bond together. Full circle, here we are today celebrating their love and commitment to each other with many more great Facebook memories to come. Congratulations, Dad and Gail. Cheers. we had the roast and we had the toast, and we're gonna have to wing it. So, so as I was sitting over there, I was thinking, man, I got to one-up Adam. So I was trying to come up with a good story, and I was trying to think of something crazy. And I was trying not to get too offensive because everyone knows, get a little off the rails, but I was coming up with a good story, and I realized that no matter what story I tell, it is going to be absolutely impossible that everyone here, if you're legitimately supposed to be here, hasn't heard the story at least 5, 10, 20 times, depending on how long you know my father. So I didn't want to put a notch in anyone's belt, and try to repeat one of the classic, epic Ken Carmen tales. And I know I can't do it as good as he can anyway. Maybe apples doesn't fall from the tree, so I'll try winging this. But not only is he a good, not only is he a epic storyteller, but he's an extravagant exaggerator. And he's also an epic father. So, my brother and I, we grew up. He raised us, himself, which, reflecting back, being a father now, I can't understand how that's even remotely possible. We could not have been easy. For sure, right? I know. He's selfless, he's humble, and I want to say that growing up, we realize now that he embodied all the characteristics that were essential for us growing up to become men and to become fathers ourselves, and fathers to his grandchildren. So I'd say if you had to write down all those characteristics on a piece of paper and turn it in as a resume, he'd be the perfect candidate to be a perfect husband. So congratulations, you two.
Welcome to the family, brother. Good to see you.